Sveiki, mėlyje Zalgiris TV žiūrovai, kaip ir visada prieš EuroLeague rungtynes mes esame Kauno Zalgirio arenoje ir šiandien turime dar vieną pašnekovą mūsų Zalgiris TV studijoje. Šiandien čia lankosi Turkijos krepšinio federacijos galva, buvęs Stambulo Efes Pilsen ir Stambulo Fenerbahce klubo žaidėjas Omeras Onanas. Merhaba.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How do you like your trip so far to Lithuania?
Always I like Lithuania. Many times I play here in Ritas because I know you guys like basketball a lot and always a great atmosphere, And again, one more, and also last game I watch on the television. Yeah. Everywhere is green and full gym is great. It's great.
One of your best EuroLeague games was against Zalgiris in the old gym. You scored 23 points. Do you remember that game? Zalgiris won, I remember.
Really, I don't remember, but I remember many times I play. Also, I play European Championship here. I remember 2011. Yeah, 2011, because 2010 we played final on the World Championship in Istanbul, and then I remember it, and I came many times.
All right. Let's talk about Zalgiris this season. Were you surprised when Zalgiris got into the EuroLeague playoffs after having like 13th position and then went to 8th position in the end of the regular season?
For me, it's actually, first of all, it's not surprise because, okay, he's my very good friend, and he's my ex-teammate, and he's a great coach. Jaskevicius do great, and I think he will be in the best 2-3 coach very soon in Europe. Last year also he showed, and now this year he's continued like same. Doesn't matter you lose the players from last year, but same mentality, same tactic, and always keep them in a discipline. Always he wants to get the best from the players. Also the players is very lucky because working with him. But during the season, what I see, last 2-3 years, Ceska, Madrid, Fenerbahce as a budget, it's very big budgets. And when the season starts, 3 spots for Final Four, always beginning of the season, everybody can tell these 3 teams. But after, in the season, the Olympiacos, Panathinaikos, not the same how they played last 20 years. That's why every team is a chance for first 4 or for playoff, and that's why Zalgiris, okay, beginning of the season is not great, but after the last moment at they 8 games in a row, or how many games? 6 games in a row, they make great. They deserve. It's not chance. They deserve, and again they continue to show. It's not surprise why they are here, because they wanted and they play.
As you mentioned, you played with Charas. You know Jelko Obradovic as well.
Yeah.
Can you compare these 2 coaches? Do you see some kind of similarities between them?
Very close. Very close. Also, both coaches like to always look to details, because very important. Every small details and details. And when they watch their teams, you can understand always their hands on the team. Nobody make
unnecessary moves.
Yes, and if someone make it, immediately they attack, and this is very similar. And of course, for Charas also is a great player, but for a coach business for him is good to play with him many years, together. Yeah. And now that's why their acting, their behavior is very close.
Before this series, a lot of people talk that Fener maybe win 3-0 or 3-1. Now we saw a huge battle between these 2 teams. Do you think opinions changed, and maybe now people think that if Fener wins, they win by only 1 game or so?
Of course, beginning of this series start, FSP Fenerbahce is the, how to say, everybody's show Fenerbahce get win. But when the series starts after first game, everybody said, hey, look more easy. But after Zalgiris put the character, how they play last 2 years, maybe Fenerbahce players a little bit relaxed for second game and they think already finished, but the Zalgiris players show it's not easy. And also this third game is great game. Yeah. It's a great, tough, and Zalgiris played pretty well. First half also make it more maybe difference. If they are a little bit more lucky, they make more difference first half. But second half, Fenerbahce start to score and this, and of course, Fenerbahce rosters 10 players can play, you know.
Yeah.
Because of their budget, because of their many players. Zalgiris always for your team. It's all fighters. They play together, but some players get too many responsibility, and during the game, and this kind of series so long and is not become tired, you know. That's why. But this game is also a little bit strange because I heard Kalinic, I think he didn't play. Guduric has some problem. Also before the series, they missed the Laverne. Veseli just come back. That's why many penalties. Fenerbahce has many penalties, and that's why also that game is maybe series come back to Istanbul. Yes, it's not be surprised. Maybe Fenerbahce if finish here, it's not be surprised. But if series comes to Istanbul again, for me, it's not surprise.
Let's talk about Kalinic factor. How big of a factor for Fenerbahce is Nikola Kalinic having this strong body, having ability to defend the guards and to go after them?
That kind of players we can call coachable players, and coaches likes that kind of players a lot because they fight, get the offensive rebound, defensive rebound. He can guarding the 4 position, 3 position, 2 position, and plus last this year exactly he start to score, and he's that kind of player. Okay, he's not superstar, but that kind of players always affect the game a lot. And Kalinic, after they start to score, become a very, very important piece of the team. And he's a shoulder problem. I don't know if he will catch the Final Four or not if Fenerbahce win. But for Fener is a big problem playing without him.
It seems that in this series, one of the most important players for Fenerbahce is Marko Guduric. He can decide everything, it seems, in one quarter like it was in the last game. What do you think about his performance so far?
Guduric, a very young player. He has a great career and he has to show he will become a, big level player or not. Okay, Partizan he play, but he's home and he used many balls and he has a full self-confidence. But that kind of teams, he will show us in 2 years he's become a main player or not. Yeah. In this season, he shows 2-3 games. It's a great performance. And everybody said, okay, after Bogdanovic, he can get his place. But he has to he works a lot. And also third game, first half, he missed everything. But how you said, third period, when he started to and immediately show and change the game. That's why he's important piece of, but he's very young. He needs a couple years more.
Now 4 game awaits. Let's imagine that I'm not a fan of Zalgiris, you're not a fan of Fenerbahce for a short moment.
I'm a Federation guy.
Yeah, Federation guy. So what kind of game now you imagine could be today? Do we expect the same physical battle as it was in the game 3, like a dogfighting on the court? What do you imagine?
Of course, for Zalgiris players, they have to start very good and attack. If they work, then they get their self-confidence and continue. But if Fenerbahce keep the game 1 point, 2 points, 3 points ahead, and after end of third period, is a normal logic. Zalgiris players start to think, okay, we'll be finished.
Yeah, okay.
That's why what I think Zalgiris attack as a physically, as a energy, they put a lot of energy, and also they're in home and they should get this great atmosphere behind back. You know, this is important if they can come together, because third game, what I see after 1-2 fast break, they finish fast break, how the gym is become crazy and this atmosphere has become crazy. That's why they try to make this fast break and first offense and finish quick. They have to try a lot.
Omer, you are from Turkey, where the fans are crazy also about the basketball. We know the Turkish basketball atmosphere is so good. So can Zalgiris Arena, of course you saw on the television, do you think we can match that atmosphere as you have in Turkey?
What I can say, you guys control game a lot, because you know all the rules, and because in Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Beşiktaş, this is all soccer club, okay, and now Fenerbahce changed this because it's a great arena and the families come and the basketball fans come, and now they start to learn, because it's very important to make pressure on refs and everything. But how? Because they know all the rules a lot. If ref miss anything, and all the time, you know, whole gyms start to. But these are all important things. And Fenerbahce fans now, last 2-3 years, they understand, and also they make the same atmosphere and pressure to the opponent team and the refs and everything. But but you know this maybe 20 years. You know, that's why. But it's a great arena, and also I like everybody come with the same shirts. Everybody come, you know, it's all together, and this is great.
And final question. So you wouldn't be surprised if there will be another game 5 in Turkey?
Yes. Also for us it's better, you know, how much because I come from basketball, my business, you know, I play many years, and for me, for my country, how much people talk basketball, for me is better. That's why if the series going to 5th game, no problem for me. You know, of course, I'm a Turkish guy and I want to, of course, my team finish here, and also FSB Sam finish tomorrow. But if series continue, again we win, because in Turkey everybody talking basketball.
All right. So I wish you game 5, I wish us game 5.
Okay.
And teşekkürler. Čia buvo Omeras Onanas, su kuriuo kalbėjome apie būsimas rungtynes tarp Kauno Žalgirio ir Stambulo Fenerbahce. Iki jų lieka labai nedaug. Linkime Kauno Žalgirio komandai pergalės, būkite su Kauno Žalgirio ekipa. Tai yra paskutinė transliacija šiame sezone prieš EuroLygos rungtynes Kaune, o tikimės, kad tų transliacijų apie Kauno Žalgirio pasirodymą mes dar matysime ir 5 rungtynėse, ir Vitorijoje. Iki, mielieji.